Hello my friends, I am Hondo. Welcome back to our Let's Play of Aurora. This is episode 52. In 51, we bumped into our shiny new friends here, whatever these things are. Some kind of water demon is my best guess, but I really have no idea. And we actually were successful in making proper contact and establishing some diplomacy. So I've done a fair bit of reading to find out what's happening. And I found out a couple very interesting things. First and foremost, any trade agreement or survey agreement or research agreement or what have you are always one way. And what that means is I can grant them trade access without them granting me it back. So what will happen is on their end, they have their own opinion of me and I have an opinion of them with 347. So when they get up to I think it said 2 or 300, whatever it was, that allows trade access, they will automatically flip that on. Similarly, when they get up to I think it's 800 to go friendly and share grav data, they'll do that automatically. So in the meantime, we'll just keep having our Diplo team continue to work on them, and they'll have their own Diplo team working on me. Of course, I just have no way of knowing what actual value, like what skill they have. No idea. What I did to try and help speed that along a little bit, though, if I come into the race screen here, I changed the government type. So I am no longer a benevolent dictator. We now live in a Pax Utopia. Which actually is a pretty good one. It adds 20 to my diplomacy while taking 20 off of my xenophobia. These numbers here kind of work against each other. So for an example, if I didn't, for an example, right now, pretend I don't have any government modifiers and I just go with the base human stats. What this is saying is every year, whatever value the Diplo team, the aliens are using has, we would knock 22 off of their efforts. So if, for example, their team was the same skill as mine, which is 190, they would only actually get 168 opinion points per year. Well, it'd actually be 173 because diplomacy cuts off of xenophobia, but whatever. So that's what that is. That's basically how resistant we are to their diplomats. Similarly, our diplomacy score is reducing the amount of their xenophobia. So by having a much smaller xenophobia on our end, we're making it easier for their diplomats to work on us. And similarly, having a higher diplomacy score means we're doing better at overcoming their xenophobia. The fact that also gave us 10 trading is just bonus. These other three here, these are really only for AI determination of action, so they don't apply to human players anyway. So I don't care that they're all negative 30s, that means nothing to me. Okay, so there we go. That is that. So I'm going to let the Diplo team continue just to do whatever they're doing. Because we are giving them trade access, we're getting a plus 100 per year on top of whatever the Diplo team is doing, so that's excellent. I did find out, though, that moment where I brought the scout in and let them see it was probably a bad thing. That actually cost us some points. The bigger the ship, the worse it gets. And that's not a real big ship, so it wasn't that bad. But still, that was actually a mistake. But that's okay. I just wanted to see more information on them, so I think it was worth it. Anyway, in the meantime, what we're going to do, since I'm not doing anything else here until the Diplo team is done, is we're going to go back to opening up new sectors. So I'm going to go back to 70 Ophiuchi, because it has 2 gates to do. And it's easy to get to because it's just a jump from Barnard Star away, so it's pretty easy to do. And that's where we're going to start today. Okay, so we need our shiny scout, wherever it went. I have completely lost, there it is, Masada, the Spectre. Excellent. Okay, so from Earth here, we're going to go to Barnard Star, to 70 Ophiuchi, to jump point 1. Excellent. And off it goes. Distinct noticeable pause, of course, while it pops through and the game has a little moment of failure. Boing! Thank you. And welcome to Keeper 75. Alright. So it has stuff. Okay. Plenty of stuff. And Lagrange points, but that will help. It appears to be a binary star, as far as I can tell. Cool. Okay. So lots of stuff to see. In fact, actually, it's a trinary star because there's yet another star over here. Cool. Lots of stuff to go and explore. So let us get that process started. Masada will start with geosurveying as always. And we'll let that go in, I'll zoom in a bit so we can see it, in 1 day increments. And off it goes. Now I should put this on minerals so I can see how we're doing there. See lots of comets. Usually bodies that have lots of comets have lots of minerals, although it's not forced, it just seems to be a pattern I've noticed. And I certainly won't be upset by having a system with lots of minerals in it. I certainly don't mind digging up free material. That's always helpful. And unless there's aliens floating around near that third distant star, I don't think we have any alien presence here. Because certainly if there were any in this inner set, we definitely would have seen them by now. So I think we're going to be safe to bring in the gate builder. But I'll wait and let it finish whatever it gets to here before the next interrupt. Whenever that is. I was getting quite annoyed by that message about the corundium on that one sector trying to build auto mines, so I did send them a little bit. Not a whole lot, but it'll be enough to shut them up for probably a couple months. Hopefully, anyway. It won't be the full amount that they need, but it'll be enough to stop those messages just for a little while. Just because it was annoying me. In the meantime, we are seeing lots and lots and lots of stuff, and that is delightful. There's at least 30 moons on that one. Wow. So we got a lot of work to do here once we take this place. Assuming that these have decent amounts, that is. But the fact that they're all on moons means I'm going to have to use mass drivers and auto mines instead of just using the golden shovel like I can on the comets. So that's less ideal, but certainly not a big deal. Okay, so you're done all the inner stuff. Yeah, that's more than 10 billion away, so we'll have to manually fly it over there. Not a problem. And that is 75C. So I'll just send it to C1. That'll be fine. Oh, it's actually going to use a Lagrange point. Cool, that'll work. Excuse me, and in the meantime, we may as well get the gate builder up here. Our happy little bee. And for now, I'll just keep it in here because I don't know if we're going to need more or not. I haven't done the grav surveying yet. But it's a fair assumption that there will probably be other gates in here. Fair assumption anyway. Yeah, I think it said it was about 20 billion between the two stars there, so definitely too far for the auto scanner. Taking about a week to get across there. Hope there's stuff out here to make it worth it. Otherwise, it's a pretty long trip for nothing. But this ship is a lot better than the previous one. It's got about 3 extra months of crew morale before it starts to complain, and then it's got at least, I think it's 4 or 5 more months of actual supply before stuff starts breaking, so that should be good. Like I say, hopefully there's actually something out here to make this trip worthwhile. But we shall see. Okay, yeah, I saw something flicker by, so there's at least something out here, so it's not a total wasted trip. I don't think I'm going to be able to see that on this screen until we get to an interrupt point, but that's okay. Or till it's done, one or the other, whichever comes first. Okay, got some kind of interrupt. No idea what. Okay. Okay, yeah, so there's stuff out here. Not a whole lot. So I'm not sure that it really was worth that trip so far, but It's okay. It's also not done yet, so there may still be more. There's apparently lots of moons over here too, so it's certainly a very interesting little sector. I will give it that. Lots and lots of moons. Lots and lots and lots of scanning. I'm quite glad I put the extra scanner on here. Doubles its speed. Because this would be a very slow trip for the apparition. It's already a slow trip for the Spectre, but it'd be twice as bad for the old apparition. And it'd probably start breaking. I don't see the B. I don't know if it's just that the text is too thick in here or if the B hasn't shown up yet, but it certainly should have shown up by now. I'd kind of like to make sure of that. Yeah, I'm not seeing. Where did the B go? Did I send it to the wrong place? Why are you building another gate on top of the existing one? Okay. Okay. I don't know if that actually does anything or not, or if I just feel really silly, but, okay. So be it. That explains a lot, though. I was pretty sure the bee should have been here easily by now, but apparently that's because I'm an idiot. Awesome. Well, as long as we're sure what the real problem is, I guess that's good enough. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Excuse me. Alright. Well, I guess there's some asteroids over there as well. So we may as well pick them off while we're at it. So this will definitely be a long-term mining area. And by long-term, I mean I'm not going to get anywhere near it for quite a while. Oh, Diplo team just got a little bit better. That's cool. That's an extra 5 points per year to their opinion. Which may not sound like a lot, but it adds up. Okay, so now it's finally done. All the geo. So let's go and do the grav. No, waypoints, I don't know them yet. Surveys. That we can do. Okay. Off you go, lad. And there's the bee, finally building the gate on this side. I don't know if that second gate actually makes any difference, or whether it just, uh-oh, we're starting to have stuff blow up here as well. Or whether that just was a complete waste of 45 days. I really don't know. Either way, there's no gate back yet, so I can't send the Spectre back for repairs. So it just has to kind of hope it makes the trip here. Yowzas. Well, if I have to design version 3... Oh, excellent. Okay, so that means they have gotten their opinion of us up high enough to allow trade access as well. So that's actually good, because that also means an extra 100 points per year towards the relations as it is. So now we both like each other a lot more, and we can be trading back and forth, which just makes both of us more money off of this, my civilian fleets and their civilian fleets. So nothing wrong with that. Excellent. In the meantime, we shall continue. This is very, very good. I'm quite glad we have good relations with them, because I wasn't sure what to name the Stomper if I had to go and blow them. Because I still haven't entirely figured out what those things are. Research on GJ. Okay, we could fix that. Research on GJ, wherever that is. I have way too many colonies. Most of them are just for mining, but still I have way too many colonies. You are power propulsion, ideally. Okay, great. Minimum jump engine size. That sounds like something I desperately need or something. Great, off you go. Anyway. Yeah, it's fine. Like I say, I mentioned a couple episodes ago, I've got all the research that I would consider critical. So anything else I get now is just bonus. And like I say, unless I actually get alien technology either from our new friends there or from one of the archaeological digs or something. But otherwise, there's not much else to actually research that I have any real interest in. So basically, I just focused everything on research speed first, and then once that was in, that made everything else faster, so that I got all the engine stuff, like power propulsion that I wanted, all the thermal reductions, the cloaking devices, and all that stuff, and then started concentrating on weapons. That's pretty much how I did it. The fact that I've been playing for 460 years probably helps quite a bit as well. I'm not sure you're supposed to really play that long. I have no idea, but anyway, that's what I did, so there you are. I guess this means now I have such a huge technological edge that I don't think any alien we run into is going to have much of a chance against me, but that's fine. We're here to have fun, not to get our butts kicked just because we can't deal with anything. Well, there's at least 2 more jump points here. That's good. Gives the bee more stuff to work on. What I don't understand, though, is why this jump point's showing that it's already got a gate built when I didn't. And so I wonder if this actually goes back to some other place I already have and just haven't explored yet, or I'm not sure which one it is. Huh, that's very interesting. I don't know. If it does lead back to one I've already got, then I'm going to have to rewrite my whole spreadsheet, probably. Yikes. It's such a mess already. Anyway, the bee is done building that gate, so let's build another. On 3 here. I said 3 here. Thank you. Thank you for your cooperation. Yeah, somehow I already have a gate there. I don't know. I do not know. Or I've completely lost my mind and I built it somehow before I knew about it. And don't ask me how I could have done that, because I have absolutely no idea. But it wouldn't it wouldn't surprise me that much. Weirder things have happened. Well, either way, I'm going to be sending the Masada back for repairs long before we do anything else. So, and then I'll probably just go back to 70 Ophiuchi and do the other gate there first. Just makes it easier on me to remember where stuff is. I also wonder why it's a red square, not a yellow one. Okay, why did you pop up? Go away. So maybe it's just because it's unexplored, or maybe there is. I somehow know there's something there and it's hostile. I have no idea. It's bizarre. I guess once this one's done, if it's also red, then I know that just means it's an unexplored. Whereas this one's yellow because I know it goes somewhere that I've already been to 70 Ophiuchi. Don't know. Purely speculating at this point. Because, yeah, I have no idea. But that's cool too. Alright, so we are almost done the waypoint surveying. Just another couple of days, and the Masada is done here. Which is groovy. The bee will still be a little while, but it's not such a big deal for the bee because it's a commercial vessel, so it doesn't care about maintenance failures and all that. Alright, let's send the Masada home for repairs. There, through Barnard's, back to Saul, to Earth for refuel, resupply, overhaul. Excellent. Off you go. And then we'll let the bee finish up here, and we can send it back to refuel, because that's all it's going to need. 12 days. Then some change, I guess. Come on, lad, you can do it. Just a few hours. No, you don't want to just do a few hours? Okay. How about you just do a few hours for me? That'd be great. No, that's actually, yeah, I don't know why that is. I wonder if maybe that was a gate that somebody else built, maybe. Maybe at some point one of the other aliens was here and they built a gate. I don't know. I do not know. Either way, we're going to not worry about it for right this moment. We're just going to zip back to Sol and refuel. Come on. Thank you. I think my mouse is starting to go. It's ignoring my commands more and more often. And I don't like that. I don't like that very much at all. It's one thing if I give a command that makes no sense, but at least, you know, pretend you're going to do it. Why am I on 8 hours? That's not very useful. Let's be on several days here. Excuse me. So, yeah, now I'm torn. I was going to do the other 70 E52, but now I kind of want to see what that red gate is. Now, we'll do 70 E52 first. Then we'll come back to this one. Yeah, I think that'll be better. Go take care of this guy first, because it's closer. And then, assuming that there's nothing that takes up too much time there, we'll pop back over to Creeper 75 and go from there. Nothing is happening, so let's go 5 days. B should be back and refueled pretty quickly. That shouldn't take long at all. Yeah, there it goes. So it'll just be the Spectre's overhaul that we're waiting on. Because even though it started sooner, it takes longer, so. There we go. Okay. So now the Masada is ready to come back out through Barnard's. Through 70 Ophiuchi. Jump 3. Let's go. I said that I probably won't even see it, but once it pops out of here, it'll cross that in no time, so. I'll know it's there because of this. Alright, Wolf 1061. Okay. A very, very small system, just a couple planets. Yep, very small system. Okay. That's fine too. That means it will not take long at all to scan. And I am totally fine with that. And I'm pretty sure that also means there's no aliens here, so I think it'll be safe to bring the bee out pretty much immediately. Because if there was anything on any of these planets, I'd see it from that range, so let's go get the bee out here as well. No sense in waiting. 70 Ophiuchi, gate to Wolf, and then build back. Hey, I did it right this time. Anyway. Alright. Now we can continue our scanning, which so far has shown absolutely nothing off any of these asteroids, but it has just started, so not too concerned yet. Okay, why are you not going? Thank you. Let's at least pretend to be doing something here, shall we? Hey, now it's moving. Some kind of miracle. Yeah, so far I'm not finding anything on any of these asteroids. Oh, one of the researches I don't really care about is done on Earth. Okay, that's fine. You can work on, I don't know, fuel, sure, why not? It really doesn't matter. I don't actually ever use fuel refineries anyway, because I have a gas pump floating around Sorium stars for that, but sure, let's at least learn how to do better refining for the 0 times it'll come up. That's fine. Yeah, so far nothing on any of these asteroids. That's highly disappointing. Well, maybe the actual planets will do a little bit better. Maybe. Diplo team's continuing to get better and better. This is good. Very, very good. Oh, I guess we've run out of the corundium I sent them. Ugh, that means those messages will start popping up again. I guess I should have sent more. Oh well. Oh well. I will just continue to ignore them like I did all last episode. And then between episodes, if they're, by the end of this episode, if they're still happening, then I'll send more over and shut them up again. But for now, we'll just deal with it. It's not a huge problem anyway. But so far, this system is a complete and total bust. No asteroids of any value. I don't think it's actually done the planets yet, but usually you'll have at least some asteroid minerals. Okay, B is done. You can just stay there because we still have to do the waypoint surveying. There clearly has been an absolute ton of asteroids. It's been at this thing for about a month now. Actually, closer to 2 months it's been doing just asteroids. So it's done tons of them. Oh, finally one's got something. Yay! After all that, one asteroid's been okay so far. That's a little bit silly. Actually, it's more than a little bit silly. That's very silly. Cannot pretend to be impressed thus far. But we'll continue. I guess once we get to the actual planets, they should be better. I'd like to think they're going to be better. Really hoping they're going to be better. I am very much unimpressed right now. Very much unimpressed. And I wonder just how many asteroids does this place actually even have? Just out of curiosity. 300 apparently. That explains a lot. I know they're individually very quick, but that is an awful lot of them. It's a shame I couldn't just put active scanners on and let them get picked up that way. That would be so much better. I know it doesn't work like that, but that would be absolutely delightful. Just, carve a swathe of asteroids, about 50 at a time, and just, oh, it'd be so easy. But I don't think it works quite like that, so. Oh well. That's okay. Okie dokie. And we're still just on asteroids. We still haven't even got to the planets yet. Ah. Diplo team got better. Excellent. Always a good thing to see team improvements. I still can't believe we've only found one asteroid with something on it. And we're now doing moons, so I'm assuming we've done all the asteroids. And if that's the case, having 1 out of 300 asteroids have something on it, not cool. Just not cool at all. Although the moons apparently are doing a fair bit better, so I guess that's okay, but still it is a little bit sad. That saddens me a little bit. But anyway. But yeah, we've been in this sector for about 3 or 4 months now. And this is not really a good showing for it. Oh, another increase on the Diplo team. Are we anywhere near the... No, not yet. I think it's 800, so we're getting there. But we're not quite there yet. Okay. It's probably another year, I think. Maybe 2. I'll try and remember to check them again in 462. Try to remember, that is. Yeah, maybe I'll try walking on the ceiling too. But anyway. Oh, we still have more asteroids too. Okay, I guess it didn't do all the asteroids yet. But now it has. So yeah, so 300 asteroids and we got 1. Wow. Okay, dokie. And we'll switch to grav. And off you go. Still just has a couple moons left in the queue of geo-surveying, and then we'll get all the grav done. That will be fine. Then we'll head back to Earth for the usual repairs and all that. And then I guess we're going back out to Kuiper 75 to see what that red jump gate was. Because I'm very curious about that. Very, very curious about that. And I'm very, very glad I not only increased the speed, but gave this thing more grav sensors too. Because it used to be a 5-day increment, I could just barely get 1 done. Whereas now in a 5-day increment, it can do 2 of them generally. Although it's not getting the full 5 days every time because of the minerals and the team messages and everything. So we're still not getting quite full speed, but we're getting better anyway. Quite surprised I haven't found a single jump point yet. Usually by the time I'm this many through, I found at least 1. This is definitely a very silly system, I guess is the short answer. Well, I guess I'm not quite half done yet though either. About half done though. Alright, why don't you just jump a whole bunch here. Yeah, I think I jumped 2 days there. I said 30, it did 2. Yeah, good times. Okay, that was not a full month either, because it was the 13th April, now it's only the 30th April, so you did 17 of the 30 I asked you to. Well done. Well, that time you actually did the whole month, didn't you? Well done. Yeah, I do really like pushing a button and it just doing a fraction of what I ask it to. Good times. Good times. There we go. Now we got something. That's something for the bee to do. That's good. That is not what I wanted you to do. Let's try that again. I'd like to pretend that one was the mouse acting up, but it was really just me. That's fine. That's fine. Crew morale is starting to dip because we've been out here so long. That's not a terrible surprise. But that's what you get when there's that many asteroids to scan. Another Diplo team increase. Excellent. That gate's done. There might be one more over here somewhere. There's definitely room for it. I don't know if that's proof there's going to be, but there certainly is room for it. Okay, I have had just about enough of this message. So we're going to fix that. I'm getting annoyed again. Where is the Balrog? Yes, that's my cargo ship. Okay, you are going to load, is it corundium? Yes. Corundium. Why don't you just take about 50,000 of it? And it's to Gliese. Where is Gliese in this mess? A3, yes. And unload minerals. Thank you. That message will soon go away. I don't know how long it'll take to fly there, but this message will soon stop bothering me. And that's good, because it really drives me nuts. Anyway. I also noticed we had some kind of system failure on the Masada, which is not so ideal. They're almost done here, so things will improve soon. And once the Balrog arrives, there we go. That will be the end of that message for quite a while. I don't remember how much I sent last time, but I don't think it was that much. So I think that will shut them up for quite a while. Hopefully, anyway. Crew morale is still falling, but they're almost done, so they'll be fine. You'll be fine, lads. Don't worry about it. There we go. Okay. Now we can send him back to Earth, which would be lovely. And there you can refuel, resupply, overhaul, all that normal fun stuff. Excellent. The B will take about a month to finish that last gate, and I'll send it back to refuel as well, as usual. Then we're going to go scope out that 75 Ophiuchi, because I'm very, 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 very curious about that. Alright, Mr. B, back you go. And refuel. Alright, was this one, was it not? Yes, it was this one. Okay. Excellent. Okay, B's refueled. And Masada's crew is back up to snuff. So we're now just waiting on the overhaul, which should be this tick usually. Usually takes about a month or so. Guess we were out a little longer than normal, but still shouldn't be too much longer. There we go. Okay. So we're going to 70 Ophiuchi via Barnard Star to Keeper 75. And I don't remember, it was 2, right? Yes, jump point 2. And I guess in the meantime, I might as well send the bee just here to Keeper so it's ready to go. Not necessarily actually going to go through there yet, but at least have it nearby. Just in case. Okay. Just in case we need to get out of there in a bit of a hurry. Because you never know what we're going to find in a red gate. Ross 154. Okay. Appears to have absolutely nothing unless there's some asteroids. Okie dokie. So maybe red doesn't mean alien presence. Maybe it means don't bother coming here because the system sucks. Anyway. Let's jump ahead a bit here. Yeah, there's no geological. This place sucks. Okay, so much for that. I thought we were onto something interesting, but clearly not as such. And I guess that means I don't actually need the bee to come here because that already has a gate back. I don't know who actually built it, but it was not me. So I don't need even to send the bee in here unless this thing finds something else. Okie dokie. Now let's let it get rolling here. Do all the usual scans. At least this time I'm quite sure it's not going to have any maintenance failures because it'll be done this in no time. There's definitely not 300 asteroids to go searching through. But I am overall very disappointed in this. I really thought that a red gate meant something important, but clearly it does not. Or maybe that's the type, has something to do with the type of star, maybe. Maybe that means this is like a red giant or something, or something to do with the type of star, maybe. I have no idea. I guess I will look that up later, just to see if it is anything relevant. But it is really weird that there was already a gate here, because it clearly was not built by me. And there's no sign of aliens, so... Unless that's maybe like a precursor one or something, because I do have the precursors on, but you'd think there'd be ships here. But, anyway. Apparently not. Apparently it's just a really, really crummy sector. Ah well, that's okay. They are now friendly and doing geo-surveying, so that means we should be able to do the same for them. Yes, friendly and geo-surveying. Oh, I thought it was grav first. I guess it's geo first. That's fine. There we go. Cool. That means we can now actually go and finish. Actually, we shouldn't even need to go and finish it. They should just tell us about the stuff there in NN. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's instant or whether it takes a minute, but now that we have gravitational surveying being shared, and this is a system I know about because I've obviously partially scanned it, all things being equal, they should tell me about the rest of it. That's the theory I have anyway. Whether that's reality or not is completely separate, but anyway. But if not, I can always just send a ship in to do that scanning now, because now that we're on friendly terms, it won't be a problem. But anyway, Ross 154, we found a gate that does require attention, so the bee does have something to do. Okay. Well, that's good. I think I think we made excellent progress for this episode, despite not really finding much in the way of minerals and nor any aliens to stomp on, but we've made friendly with our bizarre-looking water things, and yeah, that seems reasonable to me. It's pretty good progress. We still have a bit more time, so we can probably, once we're finished here, I think we can probably open up one more gate and see if we get anywhere. We should have enough time, I think, because this one won't take too much longer, which means the overhaul won't take all that long. And so it's just then a case of deciding what to open. I really thought that red gate meant something. I really did. I'm quite sad by that, actually. Anyway, so be it. Oh well. Oh yeah, 462. I was supposed to go and check them in January of 462. See how well that memory thing worked. Anyway, that's fine. I don't expect much out of my memory, and that's good because it doesn't disappoint me as often that way. So that works out smashingly well. Keep going. I'm not sure what it's actually pausing for now. Like, there's nothing happening. So either it's a message that I've got disabled because I didn't think it was relevant, or maybe the alien race is doing something that triggers an interrupt, but I can't imagine what that might be. But anyway, doesn't matter. We'll just buzz our way through the rest of these. That will be fine. Yeah, B's done that one. Let's leave it here for a minute in case there's another one. Though I doubt it, but we'll leave it here anyway. May as well. Okay, one of my PDCs is done. How quaint. Yeah, the only thing I even have these things for, I don't even have them to actually defend from anything. I just have them because it shuts the population up. Otherwise they get all mad about not being defended even though there's no threats whatsoever. So, apparently people just like seeing a gigantic defensive base at the side of a mountain, gathering dust forever. It apparently makes them happy. So, there you go. At some point I should probably design a new one, figure out what exactly gives it the most defense value points, and then just build some completely useless thing. Oh wow, I actually found one on the last one. Just build some completely useless thing just to maximize defensive value, even though it's of absolutely no value. I probably will at some point, I don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead and send this back to Ophiuchi, to Barnard, to Sol, to Earth. Refuel, resupply, overhaul. Do so now. Oh, the harvester would like some attention as well. We can do that. We can definitely do that. Fumble out. Remove that. Send you back to Earth. Yep. You're in Gliese 6 right now. Okay. Whatever. Go wherever you like. I don't care. We got tons of sorium all over the place, so it's not really a big deal. But every time this thing comes in, it dumps off 35 million tons of, well, liters of fuel. So that's why I don't even bother putting the fuel refineries on there. Like, there's absolutely no point. Did you seriously not make it yet? No, you're still in Barnard Star. Okay. Oh, because I said a month and you only advanced 8 days. Thank you for that. That was helpful. Ah, silly thing. Okay, now you should be back. But you're not quite at Earth yet, are you? No. Okay. Another tick. Now you should be at Earth. We'll get them there eventually. Okay. There we go. There's already like 200 million there. Like, it's just crazy. I can't even imagine a scenario where I would feel like I had any real need to actually bother putting on fuel refineries anymore. But anyway, where shall I send you? Barnard's has nothing. 70 Ophiuchi. Yep, 70 Ophiuchi it is. That'll do. Good enough. Off you go. And we've got time to open up one more gate. It's just a case of which one it shall be. Oh, apparently we're better at terraforming now. How quaint. Caught. What shall you work on now? Hey, there's more terraforming to learn. Awesome. Go do that. Sounds great. Alright, who shall we open up next? There's nothing else in 70 Ophiuchi. What about Wolf 1061? Oh yes, yes there is. Okay, then that's where we shall go. I'm just looking for places relatively close so I can actually remember how to get there. That's the main, the main trick here. Alright, Barnard 70 Ophiuchi, Wolf 1061 to one of the empty ones. Does not matter which. Where is the bee? Is it still building that other gate? Yes, it's still building that other gate. Okay. So it's nowhere near ready to come and help us here then. Now it's ready to go and get refueled. So we go to Earth and refuel, and then as soon as you're done that, get your butt over here and be ready to help us. I care nothing for your crew's morale. Alright. That will pop up our little happiness error. And we're now in Wolf 10... Nope, sorry, Gliese 682. Apparently. And this is looking like another dud system. Well, I'm not terribly impressed with our scan results for today. I still consider this episode pretty good, simply because we got our friends in the NN system happy with us, but overall I'd say this gate opening spree we've been doing here has been a bit of a bust. Yeah, there's not even any asteroids. Useless sector. Highly disappointing. Oh well, that's okay. Not a big deal. Let's get the bee to build the gate back for him. Because I'm sure at some point he'd like to go home. Alright, let's get all this stuff scanned out. And that's probably all we're going to get done for today. We're getting pretty close to time control, so... Diplo team's getting to be quite amazing, which is awesome. We might just get a research treaty yet. Probably not today, but that does seem like something we should be able to get eventually. Now that we're sharing Grav Survey, that's another, I think, 100 or 200 points towards our annual increase. So, good stuff. Good stuff indeed. That team is just getting better and better and better at an almost alarming rate. But I guess when you spent that many years working with the same people, I guess you do kind of get to know them pretty well, even if they are aliens. Because they've been working on them for like 10 years now, I think. First contact was 455. So yeah, 8 years they've been working on these guys. Huh. Well, the accessibility is terrible, but that might not be a bad place to come and mine something. I'd have to leave a whole stack of auto mines there for a long, long time because the accessibility is so terrible, but still, that would be something we could do. I don't know if I'm going to or not, but it's something I could do. There's lots of other places that have minerals that are way more accessible, so I don't see that happening anytime real soon, but who knows. Anyway, we will continue to buzz through these scans here, and that will be great. Maintenance failure already. That's a bit early for that. But it is random, so there's not much we can do about that. Unless I redesign this thing again to make them even bigger, but which I could do, I guess. I have no idea what those labs were doing, so I guess they can just work on terraforming. I guess. I don't know. Sure, why not? I don't remember what else I was doing. It wasn't something important, so. Crew morale is slipping by 0.1% because we've exceeded our planned deployment time by 0.1%. Its deployment time was a year, so 360 days, because this does 12 by 30. So 1% of that would be 3.6 days, and 1/10 of that would be 0.36 days. So they're upset that they are about 8 hours over their year. Who would even notice that? Like, that's a little crazy, but anyway. But maybe it is time to redesign this thing one more time just to make it, and just give it maybe a 2 or even a 3-year expected jump. I thought going from 9 months to 12 was already plenty, but apparently that's still not enough for these people. Selfish, selfish, selfish. Another new shipping line that I'm not going anywhere near. Sounds good. They can go and ship to NN for all I care. I am not getting involved. Okay, now, exceeding it by a few months, that I can get. But that first one, exceeding it by a couple of hours, forget it. That was crazy. Alright, folks, we are bumping up to time control, so off camera I'll finish the last of this little bit of surveying, because nothing's going to be happening except maybe some jump gates. nothing exciting is possible to happen. There's definitely no minerals and no aliens and what have you. So, and then in between sessions, I think I'm actually going to redesign the Spectre one more time, just to give it mostly just a longer expected deployment time, so that we don't have this problem just doing waypoint surveys. And yeah, and then we'll decide what gates we're opening next, and that's what we'll take care of next session. So I'd like to thank everyone for watching today, and until next time, stay calm, and I hope you'll come and chill with me again in the next video. Thanks for watching.